Good morning. This is another tip on using our resources well. And this one actually ties directly into the previous one and the fridge clean out. Something I am super crazy guilty of not doing and doing it well enough, and multiple times I've lost food because of this, because I'm not sure, is I don't always take the time to get out a Sharpie or a dry erase marker and write on it what it is and the date. So guilty of that, especially on leftovers. When I'm taking the time to do like a freezer cooking session where maybe I'm cooking a lot, I'll write on it the date and what it is, especially if you've got some plain burgers, some seasoned burgers and stuff, because you can't tell. So you need to know what it is and the date. But leftovers and that day to day, when maybe some leftover soup or some leftover fried chicken or whatever it is, I am so bad about not writing that date on it. I may know fully well what it is, but the date, I need to do the date. And the reason why is I'm kind of paranoid about something being there for too long. It depends on what the item is, but some things are more so than others. I need to write the date on packages, like when I open them too. Lunch meat. I do not like lunch meat that is very old, because lunch meat is so prone to going bad so fast. But a lot of times I'll be like, okay, did I open this last Saturday? Was it Tuesday? I don't remember. I need to take the time to write the date of when I open it. Obviously there's the expiration date, but in the same turn, if something like lunch meat, if you open it, then that clock is ticking and it ticks rapidly. But with leftovers, same kind of concept. I need to know when they went in that fridge. That way I know, is it 4 days old? Is it 5 days old? Or is it only 2 days old? Scrambled eggs, we make them often, but there's some days that we have a little extra and I'll pop them in a container. And then if I do that 2 or 3 times in a week, I have no idea which eggs are from yesterday versus which eggs are from 5 days ago. And those things matter to me, because while I don't want to waste food, I also don't want to get sick and have something that's a little too old and a little too funky. I'm a little probably too cautious there. Maybe I toss some things that I shouldn't, but my goal is not to do that. And if I always know, that way I can inventory them properly, first in, first out, and last in, first out, all those inventory terms that you've heard of. You want to make sure that you use the oldest thing first, whether that's in your pantry and your canned goods or your leftovers. Leftovers, we try to use up as many of those as we can. And if you don't have them labeled, and especially if you have that item frequently more than once, like in the case of my scrambled eggs, it's so easy to not know what was what. So make sure that you're labeling your foods. I will pledge to do better myself and try to make sure that I get those done. That way, less food will be lost, and I'll know, oh, okay, yeah, this really is only 3 days old. We're good. We can have this. It's fine. But, this is more like 6 days. Do you think this will be good after that time? You just use your judgment. Obviously, it varies widely based on the item, but do your best. And giving you that label, or you giving yourself that label, will be the thing that helps you know for sure and gives you a peace of mind whether or not to eat an item or go ahead and let it go for the safety of your family. So label your items, use those resources well. Have a blessed day.